Following an extended holiday break with 5 postponements due to COVID concerns, the Canucks embark on a 3-game road trip against a trio of divisional foes. Pause came at an inopportune time, with the club riding high on a 6-game winning streak.
Feels good to be back. Break was longer than normal, but good to be around family and celebrate Christmas, but back to reality now. And obviously we finished off on a good note. You know, guys are excited to come to the rink, guys are excited to play. I don't think that's changed since over the break either. You know, we just gotta put our heads back into it. Everyone had a good Christmas, but it's time to roll again.
I think both teams are on the upswing. I think the Ducks are going to be a good team for quite a few years. It should be an interesting Pacific Division battle between these guys for the next few years.
A dozen days between games, Bruce Boudreau's boys are ready to try and keep the momentum going. Looking to make it 7 consecutive victories under the new head coach, the mood is light, focused, and determined as Vancouver hits the ice in Anaheim.
There we go.
Live from Anaheim, 2 teams that have been rolling will square off. Canucks 7-1 their past 8. The Ducks with 1 regulation loss in their past 10 contests.
The surging Canucks against the surprising Ducks in Anaheim.
Visiting side carries the play and dominates in terms of scoring chances, but is unable to solve Ducks netminder John Gibson. Just over a minute into the third period, Tanner Pearson draws his side level.
Pearson in front, there's the pass, he scores! Tanner Pearson!
You know, I felt like I've been getting my chances, just not going in. It's nice to get that one. It was a big goal in the hockey game.
You know, I think we're rounding into a more complete game right now. We're finding ways to win. I mean, that's a hard game for us to come off a 2-week break. I think it's just a character type win. It's a playoff type win, 2-1 game, down 1 going in. We talked about going in the third period. We're in a good spot right now. Just stay with it, and I thought we got better as the game went on, which is a good sign for good teams.
Regulation time solves nothing, but it takes JT Miller just 26 seconds to complete the comeback.
Miller scores! JT Miller with his 2nd overtime winner of the year.
I shoot glove on him all the time. Back when we were playing junior together, he knows I like to go glove. So I pretty much had my mind made up that if I got a chance at any point in the game today, I was going to try to shoot blocker on him. We needed 2 points tonight. We understand that we're creeping back in this right now. There's tons of belief, and I don't think this room would have been satisfied with anything other than 2 points.
Miller's tally gives him 4 overtime winners in 2021, tied for 2nd most in the NHL. His 7th victory in a row, Coach Boudreau ties the NHL record for the longest win streak to begin a tenure with a new team. 24 hours later, it's a visit to the City of Angels for Vancouver's final game of the calendar year.
Yeah, obviously the belief, throughout the lineup in our group is way different. Obviously, we're finding ways to kind of win games right now, and early on in the season, we're finding ways to probably lose games. There's no question that you play better hockey and you kind of get that belief back, that confidence back.
Players entering COVID protocol. It's a next man up mentality as Matthew Highmore draws in, set to play his 100th NHL game. Striving for greatness, it's been 25 days since the Canucks last suffered a defeat. They find themselves tied with the Penguins as the hottest teams in the league.
We want to go out and we want to, try to create things, and we want to be the instigators of a lot of stuff. I've always thought that as a player anyway, that I wanted to play aggressively because it's the most fun way to play. I mean, there's not a lot of thinking going on. You just go out there, finish your checks, and try to win battle.
A world-famous barn. There's no better way to close out 2021 than performing under the bright lights of Hollywood.
Canucks Canucks hoping to cash in at Crypto.com Arena. Looking to run that winning streak to 8 games, a streak that began with a win over the Kings back on December the 6th.
4th of 10 scheduled back-to-backs for the Canucks this season, which means Yaroslav Halak gives Thatcher Demko a rest and starts for only the 7th time this season.
Goaltender Yaroslav Halak, playing for just the 2nd time in over a month, shows no signs of rust, making spectacular saves all night long, keeping his side within striking distance. For the 2nd game in a row, Boudreau's team enters the 3rd period trailing 1-0, but just like a night ago, they dig deep to force OT.
Miller takes a pass, fell down, Horvat scores! What a play by G.G. Miller. Falling down, he flung it across to Horvat, who tipped it into the open goal.
It's a hard league, you know, and if you don't come to play every minute of the day, you're not going to win. Hopefully it was a cheap lesson that we learned tonight, that you can't go out there and just because you've gone well think you can throw your sticks out there and people are going to bow down and say, oh, here they come. No, you have to bring your best every single night.
As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The Canucks can find solace in earning a point, giving them 15 of a possible 16 points with their new head coach. They still find themselves undefeated in regulation with Boudreau behind the bench. 2022 begins the same way that 2021 ended, out of the ordinary. Unprecedented times call for unusual measures. The Canucks, who flew home after the Los Angeles game, make their way to Seattle on game day.
We get set for the Canucks and the Kraken Hockey Night in Canada from Climate Pledge Arena.
New year, new mindset. After turning the page on a slow start to the season, the Canucks look to continue their recent resurgence as they enter hostile territory.
Hockey observers in Vancouver are running out of superlatives to describe the play of Thatcher Demko. He enters this game on a personal 6-game win streak.
Milestone to remember for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, suiting up in his 800th NHL game.
Oh, a hard hit by Soucy on Garland.
That is a dirty hit.
Tanner Pearson drops the gloves of Soucy right away.
Kind of caught out of the corner of my eye. It was a pretty big hit. Didn't like it. Stepped in.
There's no love lost between these two new rivals. Vancouver comes out feisty and fiery.
Podkolzin scores! Will Borgen threw one up the middle, and the rookie Vasily Podkolzin pounced. Cross to Hunt, puts one in front, chipped on goal, loose puck, Hoglander scores! Niels Hoglander got the rebound in front and roofed it. And crashing, Canucks steal the puck. Highmore centers, Mott scores! Puck was stolen in behind the goal. Lamico to Highmore to Tyler Mott.
It's part of my game, something I think I can contribute. Obviously, you always want to do it more, take some pressure off some of the top guys, but you know, there's more to the game than just scoring, but obviously it's a big help.
Garland feeds the puck back to Hughes. Wayne Hughes to Connor Garland, slap shot, he scores!
On this night, Boudreau's squad is simply too much to handle. A Gordie Howe hat-trick from Tanner Pearson helps the visitors defeat the Kraken in Seattle for a 2nd consecutive visit.
Yeah, actually, I think it's pretty cool. Starting my career off, I probably would put more money on myself to get a hat-trick before a Gordie Howe. So at the end of the day, to say you did it is, I think pretty cool. Good response by the guys. It was kind of a weird day traveling this morning.
Canucks finished the road trip 2-0-1 and are unbeaten in regulation time in their last 9 games. A good start to 2022. Hope restored. Vancouver finds itself 2 points out of a wild card spot.